So I'm working on the Land Cruiser this week and over the weekend. Got some stuff arrived, extra parts for the body. So the idea is to finish the body and then work on high detail stuff. So I'm going to unbox all this stuff here and we'll take a look at it. We'll put it on the body. We'll get it back on the chassis. We'll take a look. Let's do it. So I did have one issue when building that rig, the body itself. The grill back here behind these spotties wasn't actually in the kit when I unboxed it. And I remember unboxing it and pulling the bags out and looking at each individual bag and each individual part tree and seeing that there was a grid with the part missing. I just thought, oh, maybe it's a part that doesn't come with this kit, because I've done a lot of models and sometimes you get a kit where they've taken a part away because it's not part of that kit or it's not part of that model or whatever. So that's what I thought it was, but I emailed Hobbies Direct. They were able to send me the part and got it put on there, so that was all good in the end. But yeah, a bit weird considering apparently their packing system's super strict, as in like visually checking and weighing everything. And Hobbies Direct try to make it sound like it was my fault, but it wasn't. It wasn't there. Why would I lie about something like that? You know what I mean? So here she is with all the new upgrades. We got the bumper bar, the ARB bumper bar. Pretty sweet little bumper. Comes with some little Light Force decals for these spotties. These spotties aren't that great though, to be honest. This is just like Lexan that you have to cut out yourself on a piece of Lexan and then put them over and glue them on. The stickers aren't even that great of quality, to be honest. The bumper bar doesn't come with the bracketry to attach it to the car. So if you're looking at doing this kit, make sure you do buy all the parts that you need. I ended up rigging it another way. So, any decent build will be able to find a way to really mount it. But I was kind of annoyed. Like, this shit ain't cheap. And you spend all this money and they don't even give you the bracketry to attach it to anything. You've got to buy specific bracketry for whatever chassis that you get. And, of course, they don't make one for the chassis that I'm using. So I just had to rig something up. But it wasn't too hard. Quick look at the rig and how I mounted it. So my bonnet will eventually be attached with magnets. So here I've got my mounting points. I've already taken the pins out. They go in sideways. Alright, so you pull the truck off of that, the body off of there, and then the back end of it is just attached with Velcro. Just like that. From there to there. And the light gets all kind of tucked in, kind of not. Underneath we've got an Element RC Enduro chassis, which I've modified heavily, taken off most of the plastic that's not needed, and I've moved all the electronics up the front. Servo, ESC, everything all up here. So, and I'm running a small 200 milliamp battery. I can run a big battery in there, but I choose the smaller one just because of the tight body. And I'm also running these tiny little wheels too. So that's the rig. Also got the tray at the back here, just to give it a bit more farm truck look, I guess. The build on that was, again, okay. So the tray on the back of the body is usable. So these clips actually work. So you could also undo these clips over here and take the sides off, the bed sides off, and have just a complete flat bed. And like I said, these clips are actually usable. And they lock the bed on, one on either side. The bed on the rear of the bed that comes with the body has also got a rear tailgate that goes up and down, but the latches don't work, they're just plastic. Overall, all of these other RC people that rave on about these bodies, how good they are, yeah, it's a good body, it looks great. And if they talk about how good the build process is, they're lying. The build sucks. I mean, it's a good outcome, but it's not a fun build. It's not that fun. It's very finicky. It's all Phillips head screws, which everyone knows that sucks. But I mean, you do end up with this nice looking rig at the end. I do have the interior here. but it unfortunately does not fit because I've got this massive gearbox in the way, which protrudes right in the middle. And I don't really want to lift up the body anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the windows again, because you can buy every part individually. I'm going to rebuy the window piece. I'm going to paint it tan. I'm going to paint a black filter on it so it looks like it's got tint on it, and then I'm just going to put that in there and have no interior, because it's just not going to fit. And I don't really want to cut that up, considering how expensive that interior is. I could use it for another car. So I'm just going to do the tinted windows look. And I might stick some faux seats in there just so you can see the outline of some seats or something like that. But apart from that, too much of a hassle. Because I've got the these mud flaps and wheel arches, or whatever you want to call them, on there as well. That's also another part that does not come with the tray. It's a second option. Because I've got the wide stance on the wheels, those mud flaps don't line up, which is kind of makes it look a little silly. But meh, I'm not that worried. I'm going to leave them on there because you never know. I might pull this body off and put it on another chassis with the wheels aren't so far apart, sort of thing. No, there is no underbody on the truck at the moment because the interior is supposed to be the underbody for it. So, again, I'll have to make one, but I'm not too worried about that. Also was able to use the original tray that comes with the truck, or the body, sorry, and I made a trailer out of it. It's a thing that you see quite often, that people will use the rear bed and turn it into a trailer. So I did just that. I figured, why just have it sitting around in a box when I could turn it into a trailer. And it's a trailer. I'm going to fix up this area here so it doesn't look so weird and wrong. I'll actually end up putting one of these boxes from the hauler on here to make it look like a work box sort of thing. And I'll trim these up to get rid of that. Or I may not. I may leave it, because then I could still put that on that body if I want to. But yeah. But apart from that, that's the build. If you do decide to get one of these, just have a good look into it, because although they do look great, they are very, very finicky. Like, if you're trying to put it on a chassis that it doesn't belong, it's not super easy. Like, to get it to attach, I used Velcro on the back, and I had to make this bracket here so I could put pins in it to keep it onto the truck. And like I said, I just put Velcro on the back here to make it. It's got a full light kit in it. The Killer Body light kit that I've got, I would never buy it again. Even if you gave it to me for free, I wouldn't use it, to be honest. It's crap. It's crap. Like, it doesn't stay on when you stop the truck. They flash constantly when you stop, and that's annoying. The instructions for it were crap, and I had to literally figure it out because the instructions were just pathetic. They're quite pathetic. Overall, to be honest, Killer Body, overrated. Extremely overrated, to be honest. Yes, it looks great and all that, and they're the only ones really doing this sort of stuff, but extremely overrated, to be honest. Like, it's still better than Lexan, but for the money... wow, for the money and the end result, I'd honestly consider going and looking for a model of a car of the scale that you want, even a die-cast one, and pulling that apart and making that work, because that would probably be easier than dealing with this build, to be honest. And again, end result might be really great, and you might see all these cars that look awesome and realistic online and that, but for the price, you're looking at nearly... I don't even want to tell you how much. The body parts, everything. Like, this is separate. This is separate. The mudguards are separate. The interior is separate. The door trim, inner door trims and door windows that go up and down is a separate buy. Like, the canopy is a separate buy. They're the iPhone of RC bodies. Like, you would literally end up spending over $1,000 Australian just to get the body complete. Probably well over that. And you haven't even put it on a chassis yet. And if you were to buy their chassis, even more money. And their chassis kind of sucks. So, yeah, I don't know. If you really want one, you really want that detail that this body does provide, then do it. But I mean, if you're thinking, oh yeah, let's get one of them, it's going to be sick, I'll put it together, it's going to look awesome. It's not going to be that easy. Alright, boys, girls, peace out.